It's Bitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Happy National Scrapbook Day. I didn't know if it was international or national. Apparently, it's national, but I have a feeling everybody probably maybe celebrates. So, I want to get into it with you guys. I have been working on this video. Actually, I'll have it probably a really short edited version of this later. But this will be the longer version for sure, because we're live. And what today's video is all about is recording memories and recording, it's National Scrapbook Day, but I actually don't scrapbook, but I do memory keeping. So today's video is about two different ways that we can do memory keeping that's not scrapbooking. I think the whole point of scrapbooking is memory keeping. memory keeping plus art, or crafting. And so today what we're going to explore is memory keeping in an art journal versus memory keeping in a junk journal. We're going to talk about their similarities and their differences. And, this is just me and my humble opinion, but there's billions of us here on this earth. So make of it what you will and do whatever you like. That's what I say. I'm just topping off my glue real quick before we get into this. I have lots of examples to share with you. That's where we're going to start, is I'm going to walk you through years worth of my junk journaling and art journaling. We're going to explore the different ways that I've done that in various journals, and then we're going to actually do some memory keeping. And what I want to show you is the difference of how I might do memory keeping in a junk journal versus how I might do memory keeping in an art journal. And I'm going to just show you kind of the way my mind frames the two differently. Okay, so I think this is going to be a lot of fun. At least I sure hope so. Let me find the video and say good morning. And then we will jump right into this. I have everything prepared. I'm actually prepared. I'm actually prepared for once. Hey, Jason. You know what? I'm not making my craft roulette card today. I'm I'm going a different way. So yeah, Angie, no craft roulette card today. I know I'm breaking tradition here, but that's okay. I'll make one and I'll share it with you guys and we'll get one done. I'm excited that it's an A9. I got to watch kind of the tail end of craft roulette last night. It was about 8 o'clock, and just in that short while, it was really great. I want to go back and watch the whole episode. But yeah, Christina was talking about asking if, we were glue people or tape runner people. I don't like tape runner because I live in a humid climate and it doesn't stay. But I agree with her. I can't stand glue lines. And I thought it was really interesting what she shared about when she was working with oxides one time and the moisture pulled through the back of the paper from her wet glue and distorted the front. I thought that was really interesting. Hey, Flo. Hi, Esther. Okay, let me start getting some things out for y'all to look at. All right, so we're going to get into this. We're going to have some fun. All right. So this isn't really great to look at here, but let's just open it here. There, that'll give you something to look at. We are going to start with the topic of art journaling, and I'm going to continue to say hello. So the first things first, I'm just going to kind of show the differences of what's art journaling, what's junk journaling, and we're going to get into this. Da-da. And good morning, Miss Angie. Hi, Holly. All right. Hey, Maddie. I know you're going to a crop today. I hope you have so much fun. Lisa. No craft roulette card. My husband said, huh? Messy desk. You have too much choice. I've always felt like if I get something from your messy desk or something off the floor, I immediately have like just a million things to choose from. It's kind of unfair. Yes, she is. Angie is a fat buddy. Bitty Penny, I told at Jason Downs that I was doing the buddy system. So not submitting my card until oh boy. Well, Angie, you know I'm a wild card. Reagan, hi, how's it going? All right, so this journal, let's just do a quick for those who might want to know more before I start showing my examples. Art journaling. There are different magazines, periodicals, books. You know, there's a million videos on YouTube. There's tons of inspiration on Pinterest, Instagram. You can just type in art journaling and you'll find literally millions of ways to art journal. This is a magazine that Stampington does, Stampington and Company. It comes out quarterly, and this one's from 2023. I actually resubscribed to this. It's been 3 years since I had subscribed to it, and I resubscribed to it this year. And even if you only do a little bit of journaling, but maybe you do more card making, you can still find tons of inspiration in here if you're a paper crafter, I think. I know that this is Libby's favorite version of Stampington, and I think, well, I know that my favorite is Somerset Studios. And there's a lot of similarities, but they are different. So this one is inspiration for art journals. And I will tell you that there's just a million and one ways to art journal. But to me, if as we look through here, art journaling is about playing with different mediums, techniques, exploring different inspirations. Um, And for me, I think art journaling is like a release, but not so much with words. Like as we look through here, there's a little bit of words, maybe with some people's stuff, with other people's, you might not see any words at all. It just depends on the person. It can be about, see, like now here we're with a new person and there's a lot of words. Um, but it's very freeing and it's very explorative. And what I like about it is sometimes there's things that like we need to process, and maybe an art journal would be great to start your processing. And then once you process, maybe then after you've art journaled, then you kind of unpack it in a junk journal or another journal. If you want to write about it, that's also an option. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Okay, but this is some just random inspiration of different people and how they art journal. There is often a debate, like you can call something a journal and not ever write a word in it. You know, it can still capture your feelings and it can capture expression, and you can process through paint and paper. You absolutely can. And I find that when I pick up my art journals, I can go back and I can still feel how I felt the day I made that spread. I can still remember some of the feelings I was having, some of the things I was processing. Um, and all of that. This is one that I hunted down. I didn't want to pay $75 for it. I eventually found it for about 35. I will tell you it's hard to find, and it can be, oh, my oversized bookmark. It can be a little, this is where we stopped. So we've flipped through this one before. And then I said, oh, next time we pick it up, we'll start here. But this one's cool because it has how many? 1,000 artist journal pages. So every example, it has over 1,000 in here. So like this page here has 3 different peoples. So I think that this book really exemplifies that you can make it whatever you want it to be, and you can call it an art journal. It doesn't have to be on artist paper. It doesn't have to be in any kind of specific sketchbook. You can make it whatever you want it to be, and it can be as detailed with words, no words. It really doesn't matter as long as you're happy and you're creating what you want to create, the kind of art you want to create. Okay, so this is an art journal, and that's going to be my introduction of art journal. Now, I have been art journaling for some time. I don't know if I ever dated this one. Let's look and see. No, I don't know if that was my first spread or not. This one's not dated. These are my childhood memories. This is my childhood memories journal, um, where I go in and record different memories from my childhood. And you can tell I'm really not like writing anything about it, but it definitely invokes different feelings and different things. And I get very playful in here. And like this page, okay, so this one was 2025. I think that was the last time I worked in this journal. And I'm hopping around because it's not all going to be like in running over the gas station pumps. Yeah, I definitely have to record that memory. I just, oh, here's my catching a giant fish. We talked about this the other day when I was working in my passport art journal. That I needed to record this memory. So yeah, when I think of a childhood memory, I'll just write it on a Post-it and pop it in this book in a blank space. And that way I can remember. And you know, there's still more to conjure up for me to remember. But so that's what this journal is dedicated to. This is in an old, I believe this is Dina Wakley. And I will say the spine is compromised in here, but I do love the paper. And this one, this is between 2 signatures. I put Steve Martin between 2 signatures and kind of married the pages together to make it a little stronger. See, so this page does have words because I was recording my conversation with Steve Martin. And so, yeah, and this is my art journal for childhood memories. Okay. And then let's talk about art journaling in a few other ways. Let's talk about some other things. And let me read what y'all are. Hi, Meredith. Meredith and Cricket. Does she like her treats? Hey, Paula. Understand if you need to lurk. Yes, Paula. Lurk if you need to. Doing great. I'm riding my spin bike early this morning. Oh gosh, that's awesome. I keep telling myself, get up and do your steps, and I don't do it. Okay, so this is my old passport journal that I did in 2024 because I did date it, so I actually know. But this is when I was following along with Marguerite Miller, and I was a part of her club or whatever she calls it. And they were doing a passport journal, and this was mine. And this is not sewn together, so these pages come out. This is a flow journal. But it's just an art journal of exploring different locations around the world. So this is October 2024. And this was a 1-month challenge. So you'll notice this journal is really small. It's not even sewn together. This isn't even art paper. This is India, China. And, you know, I just like kind of really painterly sketched the Great Wall. This is collage. I really just played on every page. And then Japan and Canada. And then finally Australia. And this is really cute. I grabbed a little Tim Holtz person to kind of replicate my inner child. And active collages since kindergarten. I've been collaging forever. I love collage. But when you start something like this, it doesn't have to be some big, massive book. Like my latest passport journal that I've been working on. You know, look at the difference. I mean, I can't even get this one all in frame here. But yeah, quite a difference between these two, and number of pages and size and scale. You can start small, is what I'm trying to tell you, or just jump right in. There's no wrong way to do this. So that was my first passport journal. You guys have been following along with me and hanging out with me while I work in this new to me ledger journal, which is my current passport journal, where we're, you know, kind of traveling again around the world to these wonders. And none of this is like really personal to me necessarily. It's more of a process and it's a joy. This is the one we did on Thursday together. But that's just it. It's just a joyful way to express myself, to play with paper and to play with the things in my stash. Art journaling. Okay. Then there's also things like collabs where you get prompts. And Libby at Happy Place Crafting, she does a lot of prompts. She's been doing them for at least a year now. This one I combined jelly printing. Carrie the Crafter, the first year he did his gel printing July. And I also combined collage. So gel printing and collage, and I chose to do mine on postcards because there was going to be one for every day, and junk journal July. So there used to be, back in the day, junk journal July. So this was all in 2024 as well. And so I just combined two collaborations and had so much fun. Gel printing, collaging, junk journaling. I made this little accordion journal, you see, and I just filled it with pockets. It's filled on both sides. I consider this an art journal. I wasn't really journaling for, you know, specific feelings or memories, but I did. This is what happens to me, at least. When I do the process, I then find the words. And so there is some journaling tucked in here and there. This journal was so fun because, you know, it started with a really basic accordion journal, but I found so many ways to add to it, to add pockets, to add flips. You know, because I wanted to fit all of these little journal or all these little postcards into this one journal. And so I found a lot of creative ways to make that happen. So I would consider this an art journal again, and this one's really fun. So this was the Jelly Postcard Play plus Junk Journal July. So I combined these two challenges and just went to town. I had the best time doing these. A lot of this is on my channel. Remember the cat lady? Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. That was one of my favorites, of the actual postcards. Okay. So maybe you're wanting to get started with junk journaling or with art journaling, but you don't really kind of know where to start. Maybe jump onto one of these challenges and it'll help you get started. All right. I know, talky, but I want to take y'all through this. So today is National Scrapbook Day, and I just think there's so many that these are the two ways that I've become a memory keeper. These are the ways that I've begun to keep my memories. All right, let's jump into junk journals. Here's another, by the way, here's another prompt journal. I don't know if I wrote in here which year but this is like a junk journal July or January that I did. And this one's just a little junk journal. I actually used plain paper. I didn't use like all different kinds. Did I write which? No, I wrote the prompts, but I didn't write the year or anything. But yeah, I made this out of a cornbread box. This is made out of a cornbread box and just plain paper. But then, you know, I added all of the fun to it. Okay, so that's prompts. Prompts can be really helpful. Norma, hello. Okay, let me go down. Jason, right now the farm is out. Everyone's hoping your test went. I woke up thinking about you, Maddie. I hope you're doing great. Okay, now this is where, for me, the two can marry together. So this is a junk journal. It's got just a bunch of random paper in it. You know, it's just random paper. So this started as a junk journal. I made the cover out of a file folder. I have it stitched together. This is a junk journal, but pretty much right from the start, little things have big magic. I love that. Pretty much from the start, I started painting in it. And this was from 2021. And I was journaling with Junie Desiree. And from here, I played with a lot of gesso and just painting and did my memory keeping that way. I did write in it. So it's a mixture of art journal and junk journal. I have some random stickers in here from different artists. This one's from Lee. She's pretty cool. And I got some of her stickers and I just put them in here. YouTube ideas, art journaling, more YouTube ideas. This is actually a craft roulette page. One time the prompts on craft roulette, I just thought were perfect for a junk journal. And so I turned mine into a junk journal page. And I journaled too about me and Dr. Shrub being at the nursery. Yep. So that's what that page is. My box journals and then some art journaling. And then there's more journaling. So it doesn't have to be one or the other. It can be a combination of things. You can combine the two. All right, here's another junk journal. And this one is just made from a couple of sheets of cardstock that I sewed together. And then, you know, just went to town with fabric mainly. And now this one is all about journaling. It's more journaling, less about art. I don't know what's in here, so I'm just gonna kind of go quickly. But this one is a junk journal for the sake of junk journaling. got random paper, random things, all this stuff. Fabric tabs. That was fun. I put like really different fabric tabs on this one. So I'd say this one is a traditional junk journal. This is the first time I came up with the junk journal charms for the pages. Okay. Junk journaling has taken like memory keeping and like paper crafting by storm. So I don't need to show you too many junk journals because I feel like there's an endless amount of inspiration for them, but they are a great place to do memory keeping. Okay, so where we left off, this is another journal that I'm doing right now. Now this one is for memory keeping on a weekly basis. And I added a page here because I was like, well, there's a lot to record here. And this was around my daughter's birthday. I'm going to catch up with y'all's comments. And what we're going to do is I'm going to continue this page in my art journal, but then we're going to also transition. I'm going to show you like how I would memory keep in an art journal and then how I would keep that same memory in a junk journal. And I want to show you the differences because for me, sometimes with memories, there's a lot of like ephemera, if you will, to the moment. Like maybe you have ticket stubs to a movie, to a game, to an event that you went to. Maybe you have, you know, a menu. You know, there's just like different pieces of ephemera that you can kind of collect from experiences you have. So this was my daughter's yes day. And on her yes day, I gave her a little ticket that said, you know, this was an extra one I printed, but I made a little yes day ticket for her. And then she had like a yes day menu. And then, you know, there's different pieces of ephemera that kind of come along with a birthday that I had kind of collected. I think those are more ideal in a junk journal. I'll go ahead and just cut this out. So when I got to thinking about this art journal, I was like, okay, well, I have this ephemera, but I don't know that I really want to add ephemera. And here, I think, you know, I'd rather do a junk journal page, but now I have this page. And so that's kind of where the video that I've been working on started for you guys. Of like, okay, I have this one memory, but I kind of have two different ideas and ways that I want to record it. I was looking for some of the other ephemera that I kept for this. I don't know where it is. Okay, this weekend also had like a reggae festival and all kinds of things going on. Thanks, Maddie. All right. You love to mow, Meredith? Heidi Robbins, hello, hello. I'm trying journaling to do scripture memory. I'm using the journal Bitty Penny made me. Aw. I hope I do it justice. Oh my gosh, if you just play with it and use it, that's justice. No matter what the pages look like, it is. When I pack for card making, I really struggle. I really tried to limit myself this time, Flo. Yeah, Maddie, it can be a challenge. You know what, Maddie? I find if I'm packing to go to a crop for the day, man, that's when card kits And even if you don't have a card kit, because I know you don't like to subscribe to them because you want to know what you're getting, um, you could look at some card kits for inspiration or just get that idea of building yourself a capsule card kit. So, pick paper and a stamp set that go together. Make sure you have plenty of card bases and glue and a coloring medium. Um, I recently got some alpha stamps to go into my go bag. Um, so I can make any sentiment I wanted for Craft Roulette Live. So I'm packing these in my Craft Roulette Live book or bag so that like if Mr. Wheel gives us something that I'm like, uh-oh, I feel stuck, maybe I can spell it out literally. Um, but yeah, that would be my advice. Kind of build yourself like a kit, a card kit. I'm the one who got you started, Heidi, with journaling. Aww. Yeah, it is really, really, really fun. Okay. I feel like we might start, let's see. I want, I'm looking for, where is that other ephemera? I have some more ephemera for my daughter's birthday. We might have to shift gears, not do that memory, but do a different one. If I can't find what I'm looking for very easily, I'm not going to spend a ton of time looking for it. All right. Let's see. Oh, good. Oh, I'm so glad, Mary. Glad you got your card. I usually pack way too much, Flo. This is a departure for me. Oh, that's true. Flo said, like, um, when you're packing for an event, that she focuses on one thing. You know what I did one time? I did Kendra's card challenge at a crop. So I took the sketch, I took a kit that I had from Not Too Shabby, and that's what I used. And I just used um, a sketch plus, or a bunch of sketches plus the kit that I took, and that did have me focus in. Good morning, Deputy Heidi. How's it going? When you use your junk journal to post ideas, how do you go back and find those ideas again? Do you tab pages? Um, are you talking about, let me read that one more time. When you use your junk journal to post ideas, how do you go back and find those? Oh, okay. Um, so I do keep these, and these actually stay real near to me. And these are my YouTube ideas. This one's pretty full. I think this one's pretty much done. One thing that I did, I don't think it was in this one. So this one doesn't have any tabs, and yeah, it's just kind of a hot mess. I love her, but she's kind of a hot mess. Because it is just like one page after another. There's no organization. This one, I believe it's this one. I have three. This is one that I started at Paper Ganza, and that I've worked on with you guys. I kind of just, to be honest, I just kind of write things down. So these are all ideas that I have or sketches that I've made. So this is like my YouTube junk journal, crafty things to do. This is my Giggle Books ideas. Christmas giggle books ideas, and then I have this is my bookmark from Jill. That means there's nothing past that. So this is not the journal that has it. I do have one journal, Mary, where I did like like paper pad ideas, and then I skipped a few pages, and then I did like video ideas, and I did categorize them. Like for a journal with multiple signatures, depending on how much you'll be working in it, you could um, make each signature for something. So like one signature could be for my video ideas, and another one could be for sketches or for project ideas, um, or tab them like you're saying. Oh, this was a thing I haven't used yet. This signature, I don't think is, I think I'm gonna have to pull this signature out because this one's getting so bulky. But yeah, you could tab it. You with tabs, you could do it by signature. You could have a different journal for each thing. Okay, all right. Let's do this thing. I'm trying to decide how I want to marry these things together. Okay, I'm just gonna play. Let's go. Didi keeps a separate journal just for ideas. Yes. Is that called, Flo? Does she call that her commonplace journal? What does she call that? Last year, that was like her thing. Um, let's see. I'm going to go back to my photos. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to marry together the reggae festival weekend and birthday weekend into this spread right here. I'm going to make it make sense. All right. What I'm doing is I'm going through my phone and looking back. Me and my hubs at the festival. But look back at these photos. Determine. I'm wanting to capture the stage. Oh, that's a video. I'm wanting to capture the stage plus the skyline. So there's the stage and the Austin skyline. There's the reggae, Austin Reggae Festival stage. And the skyline. So let's do that over here. It doesn't have to be exact, obviously. And you might think, I'm not an artist. I can't art journal. Yes, you can. You don't have to be an artist to art journal. You don't even have to draw in it. You can use stencils, collage. If you look back, we just looked back at a bunch of examples of mine, but I didn't draw in all of them. So I kind of reactivated that side of myself. So I do a lot more drawing and sketching now. But if that's something that's keeping you from it, don't worry. You don't have to actually draw and do art like that in your art journal. Are we missing all of our Lindas? Are we? Well, we have Kalinda. Hi, Kalinda. Where is the Lindas? Hey, Zalstorm. How's it going? Okay, now let's get this. I don't know what these people are doing, okay? So I'm not responsible. for these adults doing things. Don't look too closely. They're not my friends. I don't even know these people. Oh, I don't know what you'll see when I zoom into this picture. But let's draw in the stage. Okay. That was when Still Pulse was up there. Oh my gosh. There they are, Still Pulse. How fun. All right. Let's take this city out from right here. Okay. Oh gosh, I don't know what they're doing. Guys, I don't know what they're doing. All right. It is a reggae festival after all. Let's see. In a room full of paper, I often can't find anything to write on. Oh, Flo, you need a journal just for that. I have a journal that basically is like just to brain dump, ideas into. That's what those journals over there, the last ones I showed you, are for. They're just for like brain dumping ideas into. Okay, that's going to be the banner. Okay, let's go to a different picture. I really love this one. And it's not a picture, it's a video. Let's pause it. I love the colors of the stage and the night backdrop. Isn't that magical? That's pretty cool. Okay, and then so now I have to decide, am I doing daytime or nighttime? I think I'm going to do daytime, you guys, because I want to blend the daytime here with the daytime there. I'm pretty sure. So I think that is going to make my decision for me, and I'm going to do daytime. All right, there's some tents back here in the background. Very much like a circus. Okay, and then there's trees, so I'm just leaving room for that. And then I'll decide if I'm going to sketch the people in. Let me read y'all's comments. I love giggle books. Me too, Lisa. We got to get back to those. Bertha, hello. Good morning. Happy National Scrapbook Day. We're doing memory keeping. Alrighty then. Smiling people is so hard. So I'm just going to do the backs of people. I'm not going to do like these really cute pictures of me and my bestie and my hubby, because smiles are hard. That's why artists don't draw smiles. It's because they're really hard to paint and draw. That's why most artists don't put smiling faces in their art. All right. So we'll just do, let's see, try and decide. Actually, I might do, all right. Let's get some paper. Let's get some paint on this situation, and then I'll go from there. I feel really indecisive today. Paint. Let's get my Rhonda paint palette out. I haven't used that in a little while. Rhonda made this for me. My sweet friend Rhonda. All right. Move this over. We're going to slap some paint on here. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do to the center page yet. Dee Dee calls it the Society of Idea Collectors. Thank you, Flo. I didn't think she called it her commonplace book, but I think that's what like a commonplace book is. But of course, Dee Dee has a much more fabulous name for it. Not that there's anything wrong with the commonplace. You know, this kind of brings me into one of the aspects. I think sometimes we get a little caught up in what we're going to call something. So, I think art journaling and junk journaling obviously can go together. I've shown you many examples of that. And they are kind of like much the same in some ways, but they are different where, as you've seen from what I've shown you. But I think we just kind of get caught up sometimes in the names, but I also see where names are important, because you're like working, if you're in a social, like on social media and you're sharing what you make, right? And you want to be distinguishing your work and finding like minds, then it is important that we call things the same name so we can find our people, right? And we can share our work with people who are interested in similar art forms. So, although I think the names are important for those reasons, if you're just in your craft room creating, the name isn't that important. Whether you want to call it a junk journal, an art journal, a commonplace book, whatever you want to call something, don't let it, this kind of goes back to don't get hung up on, well, Biddy Penny is painting in her art journal, and I don't like painting. I don't paint. I can't draw. So I probably shouldn't do an art journal. Don't think that way. That's not what that's not going to serve you. All right. Let's work the grass in. Go back to childhood wonder. And you don't have to paint, and you can have an art journal without ever painting in it at all. I do really enjoy memory keeping though. And I think it's important and I think it's fun. Even in the junk journaling community, a lot of people might look at the things I make and go, that's not really a true junk journal. And they're right. I'm not just grabbing things that I would have thrown in the trash all the time for every aspect of the journal, right? Like I might use a cereal box for the cover, but then I'll use printables and scrapbook paper and old book pages for the inside. And maybe some are like, well, that's not technically junk. Here's how I think about it. I only have so much space to collect things. And I don't necessarily just want to start collecting trash because I can call it a junk journal. I want to make something that when I go back to it, like all the things I've gone through with y'all today, all the things I've been sharing, that when I go back to it, it just sparks joy and happiness and memory and good memories. I had a toxic relationship in my 20s, and I used to journal all the time from the time I was like a teenager, even preteen. When I was a preteen, I had a diary, right? But this one toxic relationship, I journaled about it and I almost never picked up a journal again. Like it really changed me, and it changed because, like, I was writing things in there from this that were so negative, and there were things I really didn't want to remember, and I was writing down and processing, and that wasn't good for me. I think if we're, I can't journal like that anymore, and I refuse to. But sometimes we have difficult things, and I think it's important to process them. And that was one of the things I wanted to share today. That might be a good time to use an art journal because you could maybe express and work through some of that without writing the words and just by using imagery and art. Can you all tell I have a lot to say on the subject? Oh my goodness. 38 degrees in Michigan. Hi, Lindaville. There's one of our Lindas. I like Lincoln. We stopped there on Route 66 trip. Awesome. Yeah, the Downs are from Nebraska. All right, let's get these city buildings in. I like this building. It's very distinctive. Whoa. I don't know if I'm doing it any justice with this brush. Let me get a different brush. I wish I would have printed pages or pictures from this festival. You guys, before I started this video. All right, let's figure out where the shadow is on this. Polarize, it can be hard to catch everything you want this weekend. So many things running concurrently, right? Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing an extremely long live today, you guys, because I know that there are a lot of people celebrating, which is awesome. That's what we want. So I'm just going back to my photo here. And grabbing some different colors. We need a dark blue. I just felt like with it being National Scrapbooking Day, that this was the perfect time to kind of share this kind of inspiration since it's kind of about memory keeping. I know a lot of people will do cards or something, but I feel like it's really about, it's not National Card Making Day, it's National Scrapbooking Day. So I felt we should do some memory keeping and that this would be a fun topic to explore together. So that's why I didn't make a craft roulette card. All right. Let's add some blue to this building. All right, now we'll switch gears. Let's paint in this stage, which had like these red zigzag banners. They were a sponsor. This reggae festival travels. So this is the Austin one, but I think they do it in Florida, a few different states. California, of course, and some others. Those are the two I remember. And then the top is purple. Let's grab some purple. Right here. So this is my art journaling version. Of the festival. And then I'll have a totally different version for a junk journal version of the same memory, but in a different way. Oh man, they had this really cool light installation at this festival. It looked like the moon. Yesterday was a full moon, you guys. Hey, Natasha, it was a blue moon. I'm up late making cards. Just spent way too long on my craft roulette card. Oh, you did? How did you like making an A9? Biddy, I didn't check the gallery yet. Did you do your craft roulette card already? No. I did get to watch some of it, but no, I have not done it yet. I am excited about the A9. And from what I could tell, Christina Werner was a great trooper when it came to that. Her card was beautiful. Mary's card was fabulous. As always. All right, let's work a stage into here. And then maybe I will put that steel pulse in the background. They ended up going on like an hour late, so we only got 3 songs from Steel Pulse. That was lame. I don't know what the holdup was. Island time. That's the only thing. I think they might have been on some island time. Let's see. That's the Still Pulse background, which is also red, but a different red. And then I'm going to bring in my acrylic markers. Once this is dry, I can write in words with my acrylic markers. Let's look over here. Yeah, there's green. These are the white tints that I painted in. Oh, there's a fence because that's like the where the artists hang out back there. Let's put in that gray fence. About right there. That's backstage. Okay. Then what I'm thinking is I can actually just journal if I wanted to here. I could write in the artist, like the lineup would be really fun. Um, if I want to put some words in here, I can. Or I can put the people. Hmm. I think I'm going to leave the words. I'm going to put Steel Pulse there. I'm going to put the Austin banner there. Austin Reggae Festival right there. And I think I will do people. People instead of words. I have to think about how I want to draw the people in. I don't want to get too lost in like them dancing and, all the different ways that I could draw people. I think I'm just going to draw lots of really basic people into here and we'll catch the vibe. Something like that. And then, I don't know if y'all can really see. Yeah, you can see. You can see where I'm headed. Okay. Then I want to figure out some blankets on the ground. Maybe those will do in red, gold, and green. Some blankets. I don't know what's going on today, you guys. Might we had like certain plans for the day and then something came up. So after this live ends, I don't really know what I'm doing, which is really weird. I usually have an idea of what is going on. I'm waiting to hear back. All right, there's our people. There's our blankets. Let's now work those into the equation. I am going to put the watercolors away. I'm done with those for now. And I'm going to get out my acrylic markers and my gel pens. Adichie Artist, welcome. Good morning. Hey, Nima. How's it going? Things all just trying to down the first cup of coffee. Ooh, I understand. I understand that. Thanks for being real, Bitty Penny. Oh, well. You're welcome. Thanks for handling me being real, Jason Downs. Vicky, BJ, how's it going? I know. Linda B and Vicky. I'm playing with Distress Oxides. Nice. I usually use the Distress inks. The oxides are rather different. Yeah, they are. I'm blending different colors together. That works best rather than just one color. Natasha, I've never tried that. I've actually never tried that. I mean, I blend them on the page, but I've never like blended two colors on like a brush or my tool. All right, let's get some people colored up. Let's see. You know we're going to need different skin tones. I don't know what kind of hair these people are going to have just yet. Some people probably have shorts on, don't they? Whoa, let's make sure we're not. Yeah, some people have shorts on. Let me bring y'all in just a little bit. It is always fun to explore the boundaries of our products. You got that right, Flo. I'm going to turn my markers that way. Okay, let's go back. This guy's wearing some shorts. You know the girls have on, the ladies have on their hippie dresses too. When I say hippie, I don't mean it in a derogatory way. By the way, lots of people are wearing shorts. It was hot that day. So lots of people actually were wearing shorts. Shorts and dresses, not me. This silly goose wore pants and boots. Okay. Lots of jean shorts, khaki shorts. Oh my gosh, you guys, we missed the trash people yesterday. I'm mortified. We did not have our trash picked up. Oh, I tried. I ran out. I waved at them and they kept going. I got in my car, I almost tracked them down and was like, because they were just up the street. I was going to pay them to come back. But then I chickened out. I was like, man, you just have to do your part. You have to get stuff to the curb. You can't be having them circle back. That's not fair to them. So I didn't do it. I was going to tip them, but I didn't want to be like that. Okay, we've got some shorts. Let's do some dresses. I did 2 videos a while about making A9s just in case it ever came up. I was okay with the A9. I've made one before. I used a large press plate that I had not hot foiled and stenciled. Oh, nice. Good morning, Cordelia. How you doing? Let's put a pink dress on this little lady. She's going to have a pink dress on. These people are pretty fun. Pretty fun. And then we have another little lady right here. And then we have another little lady right here. What do you know? They're just popping up everywhere. And then let's see the dudes. Dudes. Got the dudes. Got that dude right there. And maybe this dude right here has a black shirt on too. Oh man, if they were just a little bit taller or bigger, it'd be fun to put the band names, like band t-shirts, you know? But I would have to work microscopically to fit that in. Let's see, we need some red. Let's give this guy a red shirt. And let's put a red dress on this one. See, you just don't have to be some kind of great, phenomenal artist, you guys. I'm not doing anything incredibly artistic here. But I'm catching a vibe. That's all I'm trying to do. Is catch a vibe. All right, everyone dressed? Everyone's dressed. That's good. Let's put some little legs on these ladies. All right. Now, everybody needs some hair. I somehow have missed your channel until today. Yeah, Vicky has a channel. Subscribe. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, good, Meredith. I'm so glad. Our two middle grandchildren and parents live in Brunswick, so we are very worried about the wildflowers. Wildfires, not wildflowers. So close to them. Oh, no. Cordelia, I hope they're okay. I heard Georgia is just going through it right now with these wildfires. This guy has a big afro. Rock that big afro. Do that thing. All right. Let's find some other hair colors. We got some blondies. She's a blondie too. And let's have our token redhead in here. I'm going to put a little orange and then a little red. Let's do this. Oh, I think that's the one I did use. I gave a set of Ohuhu markers to Debbie when she was here, and she was so excited. I was excited. She was excited. Let's get this girl. Let's make her a brunette. And this dude can also, well, I don't know what's going on there. He's got hippie hair. He might have dreadlocks. Prayers and good thoughts. That's right, Cordelia. I'm blending them on the cardstock. Oh, not on the brush. Nothing fancy. Oh. Well, that's a good idea, though. These two are looking over at them over there. Oh my gosh, I saw one of my friends blast from a past. He had dreadlocks down to his knees. I'm telling y'all. Just look like a bunch of old hippies up in there. All right. Nope. Spawn. Bye, Jason. Our daughter-in-law's brother and his wife live, teach in Valdosta? Valdosta, I'm guessing. Okay, we're going to do some red, gold, and green. Oh my gosh, it was so hilarious. My friend brought this Bob Marley tapestry as her blanket for the festival, because you can bring blankets or chairs. And it was hilarious because I was like, oh my gosh, I bet because I have it too. And I was joking with Dr. Sharp. I was like, I bet we probably bought that at the same time. She's probably had hers as long as I've had mine, and they're identical. And it's pretty cool. It's like an Andy Warhol Bob Marley. So it's got these squares and it has his face in each square. I'm not going to try to draw Bob Marley into these squares because that wouldn't go well. Let's do black. But just by drawing these squares on here like this, I'm going to be able to capture and remember, like, oh yeah, that cracked us up that, you know, she brought her Bob Marley tapestry that I also have that we probably bought together 20 years ago. Okay. Just repeating the pattern here. And this is memory keeping and an art journal. I will be able to look back at this page and it will actually bring back, you know, memories of this day. I wrote a verse in my journal in cursive. It made me realize that I haven't done that in a long time. Angie, I bought Sparkle Heart some cursive books and I wrote in them and I was like, oh my gosh, I should really practice this again. I realized I don't really write, and you know, like my cursive has definitely morphed over the years into its own thing. It's not exactly cursive all the time. It's like a little bit of print and a little bit of cursive. While I had the yellow out, I thought I would go ahead and write that in. I put an E and it doesn't need it. I couldn't remember if it needed it or not. That's all right. I can correct it. I'll just erase it with this acrylic marker. Everything will be fine. I'll just go over the whole thing. Problem solved. Having fun mowing. Remember to wear your green shoes, not your good shoes. Just cracks me up. Okay, let's get back to our blanket. Black. There we go. Couple of blankets. All right, let's write in the words. Let's see if I can do it with this. Austin. Reggae. I'm going to put fest because I can't fit festival in there. And then I can't fit zig zag on both, so I'm just going to put zig zag. And then I have these really cool like speakers. All right, so this is me memory keeping a day in an art journal. And we're about to pivot and we're about to switch. And I'm going to show you how I memory keep the same day in a junk journal. Now, I won't have all the ephemera together because I don't have like the photos printed from that day, which I would add to the junk journal, but we'll at least be able to get it started. Steel pulse, there we go. Okay, and then now I'll have to figure out what, okay, so I wanted these 2 pages. Let me move some things. I did this whole scene because I have this one with my daughter, the flowers and the sky and the grass. And then now I'm going to have this one of us at the reggae festival with the sky and the grass. But now I have to figure out, what am I going to bridge? How will I bridge this? And that part I don't know yet. And I don't want to take up y'all's day because it's a day you might want to be seeing a lot of different videos. So I'm going to let that rest and I'll come back to it another time. I'll figure out another time like how, what goes here. What I could do, what I'm thinking of off the cuff, is one option is like coloring it green and blue, but making this where I actually journal. I could write, if I wanted to, could actually journal in some things. And now I'm just kind of working on the whites here. Not much of a difference. I think I'm done with this page for now. Let's do this in a junk journal. Now, here's the thing. I kind of don't have a junk journal going right now for personal memories like this. So I'm going to let this dry, but this I'm going to call done. I was thinking I could like put in all the windows of the buildings, but, and I could with gel pens, I could put in like the really cool different windows and some of the details. But I can't do that with those big markers. That's a job for gel pens. I could also just leave it like that and the eye will fill in the rest. Question of the day, why are filberts called hazelnuts or vice versa? Wow, that's a question. One that I can't answer. Filberts. Gosh, that's like that's something I feel like I've known before, but I don't have a clue. All right. So this is something that I really need to practice actually, is how when you look at a picture that's very detailed, how do you then extract the details you want, but not everything. So right now, there's some just distinct markings in this building. I'm not going to try to draw like every window or every detail of it. Same thing here. I'm just going to kind of draw in some blocks that'll look like windows of this other building. And let the brain do the rest. But for me, it is a challenge sometimes to condense down what I see. To simplify. This building has some really cool, see these, this staggered look? That's what I'm trying to capture now. It's just this staggered bit here. Off on the sides. And then it has like levels. I'm just going to put those in like that. Okay, and then I had another building. This one doesn't really have anything real distinctive. I'm just going to put a line around it. That building is done. Let's go back over here to these little buildings. And that's all I'm going to do to that. That's pretty much it. I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. I'm just going to call this one done for now. And I think it's dry enough that I can, yep, that I can close that up. All right, so we've we've art journaled the reggae festival. Now let's junk journal the reggae festival. And I have to figure out what junk journal I'm going to put this in. Yes, being an artist is about perspective. If you're creating something, you're an artist. Congratulations. It doesn't mean that you know, every time I go to the art museum, Meredith, and I see these paintings, and I'm just like, you know, not everything is realism. Not everything is perfect. And people aren't trying to be perfect. So why are we trying to be perfect? Why would we do that to ourselves? Okay, I need to find a journal, you guys, to capture, and I'm not currently working in a junk journal for personal memories. Let's see. So let me find one to record this. I have plenty. All right, we'll just use this one. This was a super fun journal we made together when I was using sketches. Remember this journal? This is the closure that I made for it. Y'all remember this one? So it says, "No beauty shines brighter than that of a good heart." And I've never done anything in here other than decorate it. But this is when I was using card sketches to decorate blank pages. And all of these are just card sketches. All of the decorated pages like that. A lot of those came from card sketches. And this is an actual card. Super cute. Finding paradise wherever I go. But this flips up. Yep. But that was a card sketch. This right here. this whole page. And then these are just like random pieces of ephemera that I made to put in there as well. So I think this one will be a good journal. We can do this one. This one's fun. That secret journaling spot. Oh, hazelnut is so good. But Cordelia, I can't answer your question of the day. I have no idea. Okay. Pretty Penny, I told Jason what you said about shoes. He laughed and said to tell you thank you. All right. Oh, this was fun. Let's flip here. And this is pockets. This was a fun one. All right. So let's do this thing. Oh, those are sticking together. Let's do this thing. All right. I need to step away for a second here. I'm going to leave this page open for you guys to look at. There you go. Give you something to look at. Well, let me make sure because I have some things. See, that's the thing. I got really prepared this morning. Oh, here it is. Okay, good. But I didn't know if I had everything. I have like my wristband from the reggae festival. I'm going to have to cut this piece off because I don't think I want that in the journal. What I wish I had was pictures. I'm going to skip a couple of pages because I have some other memories that I want to record in here first. If this is my new personal junk journal for personal memories, then I'm going to want to put some things in there. I don't have to cut this off. If I run this up the page like this, then I can just adhere it down and this part can just stick out of the journal. So let's do that. Desiree, hi! I don't know what I'm doing after this, but we need to catch up. I just don't know what where my day is headed. Okay. So let's put this in here. Wow. Turns out that wristband is 3/8 of an inch. Is it 3/8? 5/8. Because that fit perfectly. Okay. So let's put this in here. So for a junk journal, I think I love recording my memories with a junk journal because I tend to walk away from things like with pictures and hi Bethany with ephemera from events, you know? Like I tend to walk away with things. And so that's why one reason I like a junk journal because I can do artsy things in it. I don't have to do drawings or whatever, but I feel like in a junk journal I can add all kinds of things. I could do that in an art journal. But with the art journals I have been making, I have been wanting those. Wow, look, this yesterday ticket is going to fit in here perfectly. This might go somewhere else. Ooh, I think I'll just go ahead and be bold and put that right there. Oh, better put this in here. Biddy Penny, I would think you would be going to the Crafty Outlet thrift stores today. Girl, I can't even get in this craft room. I do not. My mom called me yesterday and she's like, there's a citywide garage sale in my town today. You should come out. And I was like, I don't need anything. I need to have my own garage sale. I'm trying to bring less things in. And my craft room is the worst it's ever been, Flo. You know, and I actually thought about that, Flo, today. Like, for me, and the purest kind of thought of what is today, it's National Scrapbook Day. I wanted to do the act. I wanted to memory keep because I think that's what it's about, regardless of our product. I mean, take anything in your stash and record the precious memories of your life, right? Whether they're big or small. Yeah, so I actually did think about that. Like, I don't have any products to feature. It's more about featuring the art of doing it. I'm looking for a pocket or somewhere I can stick this card. Oh, this is a cool page. Do you guys remember this page? It has strips of paper glued at the top and the bottom, but there are 3 individual strips, which enables me to like weave pieces into a pocket. Or just stick them in there like a pocket. And now I can stick that one right there. I need to use that more often. I'm glad I'm turning this into yet another personal junk journal for me because there are some fun ideas that I want to remember. This one I just slapped an A2 card on here backwards. Just like that. What's going on here? It's wild. I think it's just another sketch and using scraps. It's not interactive. A lot of these pages are interactive. This one's not. Okay. Here's the thing. I don't have my pictures printed. So it feels like a little bit of a fail, but here's the thing. I want to incorporate some of the great photos that we took, like, you know, me and my friend and my hubby, and, you know, I want to incorporate some of the graffiti art that was there, and I want to print this out. I definitely want this on this page. So we might kind of have to, this might have to be to be continued there, because I really want to incorporate some of these things and I don't have them printed. But as you can imagine, this page is going to have actual memories glued in. So, you know, I'll have pictures that I take and glue in and add into this, and that is how I will junk journal. And I'll write about something here or there as well. So I'd say I'm not as prepared for this part. Ouch, ouch, been there. Been working for startup for free for a year. Oh my gosh, Meredith. Really miss buying craft supplies. Wow. Well, you must really believe in it. What time is it? 9:41. That means we've been here an hour and 45 minutes. Should I feel like I'm not prepared to do the junk journal part of this, which is a little bit of a fail, but I hope you guys get it. I'm sure you do. So now I'm going to let you guys decide. Do I make my craft roulette card for this week or do we say goodbye? So you can put all done or CR for craft roulette in the chat and let me know. Card! We've both been job hunting. It's strange, both of us being home all the time. Bethany, I hope you guys find some beautiful opportunities that bless your family. Craft roulette, overwhelmingly. Okay. Well, looks like Angie might get to turn her card in today after all. All right, well, let's do it. A9. All right. This is a fun card to make. I know it's not for everyone, but I do love them. And how about this? Just for fun and giggles, we'll make it junk journal-y, since I kind of failed on that. All right, let me look back. Okay, let me try to remember. It's A9. It's birthday colors. Something from the mask. And what was floral? Floral colors and birthday. Is that what it is? Let's look it up. I think it's A9 floral colors, birthday, and something from the mask. I think that's what it is. Oh, goody. I'm so excited. You're going to make your card. Oh, yay. Hi, Sharon. Well, good. Well, that worked out. You can thank all your friends in the chat. I was going to just skedoodle and let everyone go. Let's see. So, how does my memory serve me? Okay, I was right. It's A9 project. Colors are florist shop. Element is birthdays. And random is something from your mask. And if you don't know what a mask is, it's a messy desk. And I'm a champion at messy desk. Angie, hi. All right, sorry. I meant Angela. Sorry, Angela. Hi, how's it going? All right, so florist shop birthday. Birthday. Oh my gosh, if this card was an A9, I could almost turn this in. Because this was the birthday card that we made, last weekend for Craft Roulette. But it's already been turned into Craft Roulette. I can't turn it in 2 weeks in a row, and it's not an A9. All right, let's do this thing. Floral Shop Colors, birthday. Something from my mask is really, I don't even have to think about that. Oh, I'm so glad. Let's think about birthday. Oh, my nephew's birthday and one of my besties' birthday are both on Cinco de Mayo. I have a really funny stamp set. Let me see if I can find it. Where would that be? Bear with me. Y'all are like, we always have to bear with you. I'm going to look for this one stamp set real quick. Let's see if it's in with my people. Because I think it would be really funny. If Jason was here, he'd probably be saying, make your nephew a Godzilla card. I don't even know if my nephew has seen Godzilla. Oh, shucks. It's not in here. Where could it be? Let me look one more place, if y'all don't mind. Maybe it's in my random. What's this? Sorry, I should put something here for you to look at. There you go. One of my art journals. There you go. Look at that while I'm looking through here. I really want to find this. I have a mariachi. It's from Waffle Flower. And they're mariachi people. And it's so funny and so cute. And it should just be right here. Look up here real quick. No. Man, I really want to use that mariachi one. Really want to use it, but I was checking the community tab and it reminded me, did Sparkle Heart receive her card? Yes. Yes, I need to share Happy Mail with you all very soon. I actually have most of it gathered, but not all of it. Thank you guys so much because she got a few cards. Thank you guys. I always try to get her to do something with me, but I can't make any promises. I'm going to keep it under wraps just in case. All right. Well, I have to give up on the mariachis because they're clearly just not here. They're here, but I don't know where they are. Let's pull out this one. We will make one from my friend. This will be fun. I've got it. I know what we're doing now. Okay. So I'm going to use this stamp set, and it's from Amazon. They're about $5 or $6. It's Gossip Woman from this Global Land is kind of GLOBLEAND. LAND. You've probably seen them on it. Maybe you've seen them on Amazon. Anyways, she's kind of been going through it. And I think that these girls will be funny. What we're going to do is let's just stamp them. I have some scraps over here. Okay, Debbie Heidi, card submitted. Now time to find the bottom of my mask. Awesome. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, you guys. I'm going to stamp these girls on these different backgrounds. And we don't even have to color at that point. At least not the girlies. And I'm going to make this a funny card about like adulting and aging, and that's where we're going to go with this. I'm just going to stamp this in black, VersaFine ink. I think we can do this relatively quick and painless after waiting for me to find the mariachis. Now y'all know I have to hunt down that mariachi set. Surely I didn't de-stash it. I don't think I did. There's certain things I won't de-stash just because I know it's so unique and so different that there's no way I'm going to de-stash it. All right, A9 card is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper folded in half. And that might be intimidating for some. I'm going to show you how we're going to use relatively small stamps, and we're going to pull this off. But first, coffee and a bitty penny. It'll be a true accomplishment cleaning off your mess. You got this, especially with a little coffee. That'll help. Oh my gosh, these girls are fabulous, you guys. Just fabulous. I might see this friend today, so I'm glad I'm getting her card made. She lives in South Austin. I live north of Austin. So this will be great. Now, I don't know how many of these girls I need. We'll have to figure that out. Let's make faux Polaroids with these girls. Let's start with these 3. If I need more, I still have 2 more to choose from because there's 5 on this stamp set. All right, so let's turn these into faux Polaroids. Paper Trimmer Bitty Penny, remind me the name of the craft store everyone talks about in Austin. It's called Creative Reuse. It's on the east side, northeast side of Austin. I do believe that they have 2 of them now, but I always go to the same one. And that's the one on, I think it's on Willis Drive, something like that. Okay, there's one. I'm just using scraps. Oh my gosh, my scraps are going to swallow me up. We're going to have to make definitely some scrappy card and like junk journal and like scrap projects, you guys. I've got to prioritize using my scraps because they're getting out of hand. Kalinda, what city are you coming from? Do they have a website? I don't think so, Lindaville, but I honestly, just because they're local, I never thought to look, but I don't think so. All right. Got 3 girlies. I probably should have made them all the same size, but I didn't. Now, let me get some scrap white paper out. I doubt this is wide enough. It's not wide enough. Okay, fine. Alrighty. Let me get a ruler. Driving from Kansas next. Oh, you're coming from Kansas. Oh my gosh. Kalinda, I didn't realize you were coming from so far. Okay, roughly 2 inches. And that was a very rough. And this one is not. This one is just over 1.5. Okay. This is not a scrap of white paper, but I don't want to try to find one. So 2.5. All right. And I'm going to glue this on. Oh, that might be a little wide. Let's glue the girls on, and then I can trim down. That's what we'll do. All right. Kalinda, were you at Paper Ganza last year? Since you live in Kansas? Or is this going to be your first year? Healing vibes, yes. I hope I left enough space between the first two girls. We'll make it work either way. Okay, so first I'm going to trim this down just a wee bit. Because I want these to look like Polaroids. And you know, the bottom needs to be longer. That'll work. Okay. And now this girl is a little more narrow, so I'm going to trim her down a little bit more. And then I got to trim some off the top and the bottom. Let's find some pretty floral paper to go behind. I need to see what some of the sentiments on here say. I don't think. No, I don't want to use any of those sentiments. So I can put the stamp set away, I think. Let me find some pretty floral paper real quick. We know there's no shortage in this craft room of paper or pretty floral paper. All right. Got some Maggie Holmes here. That's pretty. I always love that paper. Let's keep going though. It's a definite contender. What do these tags say? Nope. I can't really see me flipping through these, but I am flipping through them. All right, I think we're gonna go with the first paper. Just pick one and move on. I liked the first one, so we're gonna go with the first one. It's this one. This is the paper we're gonna use. And I'm gonna cut this down to 5 by 8. I did really like Christina's wide border on a sign. I've always liked a wide border though. Okay. Let's see how this looks. And we need a card base. Like I said, this is going to be a quick one, y'all. Okay, for our card base, no trimmer is required for an A9. It's just simply fold an 8.5 by 11 in half. Bada bing, bada boom. It's done. That is an A9 card. Let's put this on there. So this is our 5 by 8 paper. Okay. Then coming on quickly and beautifully. Well, thank you. Yeah, this is gonna be a quick one. Okay, I want to come up with some funny birthday. Let me look real quick. I promise. Through my people again, because I have some funny people. Those are teachers. Okay, I don't need them. It's not a teacher card. This one has some funny sayings on it. This one, this is going to be a snarky card. I'm sure y'all figured that part out already. Oh my gosh, you guys. Also, a sheet load has released since we've been on here. And I can't, like, I really changed it up this month. And I can't wait to see what everyone else has done. So after, some point today or tomorrow, whenever, you might want to check out the sheet load because I had a whole lot of fun on that. Okay, so this one fell, but I don't wanna adult today. Let's see, this is the most narrow one, isn't it? If I put them on here, I wonder if we can find a happy birthday that's small enough to go here. I bet I can. I have these little bitty Simon Says stamp. These are called Tiny Words. And I have 3 sets, and I think one of them's a birthday. Tiny Words Encouragement, Tiny Words, just Tiny Words, and Tiny Words. What's this one called? Tiny Words Birthday. Perfect. Perfect. How about 1 year older and wiser too? And she's like, I don't know about that, but I don't want to adult today. I like it. Let's do it. 1 year older and wiser today. Oh, and wiser too. But I don't want to adult today. Oh, I think this is going to be fun. What do y'all think? My A9 might start off. Okay, bring back the snark. Yeah, we're here for the snark. I have a feeling she's going to be feeling pretty snarky right now. So I think this is going to hit at the right time. 1 year older and wiser too. These are great, you guys. If you can still find these at Simon Says Stamp, I know they're old, but you might still be able to find them. The Tiny Words stamp sets. They have a few different sets. They have even more than I have here, but at some point a girl's got to cut herself off. But I don't want to. I'm going to swap these. Just because of the expressions on their face. So that means got to swap the sentiments. But I don't want to with her. My A9 might be the start of my first junk journal. Do it, Deputy Heidi. I need to see your A9. You can turn a card into a junk journal. I don't know, Deputy Heidi, if you've been here the whole time, but I showed a bunch of journals in the beginning. And one of them is essentially a card. It's not sewn in. Here, just let me get it for you real quick. Where did I put her? Well, I have to find where I put it. Oh, here it is. But yeah, you could take a card and turn it into a junk journal. So this is like a little passport journal, and all it is embroidery floss tied around. Let me show you. Tied around essentially what would be a card, right? It's embroidery floss tied around in a knot. Okay. And then I slipped my pages in there. And this is an art journal. And it just has the 3 sheets, but then 3 sheets turn into a whole lot of journaling space, you know? So totally doable. Totally. You can make your A9 card that you made into your first junk journal. You can absolutely do that. I like a small journal like that because I can finish them and complete them very easily. Whereas if I create like a 3 signature journal, then like it takes longer to fill it up. You know, and if you create a little journal like that, you can give it like a specific theme. You could create one for the weekend if you had like a fun vacation. They don't have to be huge. You don't have to sew. All right, now it's not fair, but these sentiments do sit on my desk, and that's why I was able to grab them so quickly. Again, my desk, I've always said it, y'all may recall, but I have like 4.3 million things on my desk. So it's kind of unfair. I keep all my sequins on my desk, my markers, my embellishments. Like I keep so many things. So for the parameter to be something from my messy desk, it's a little unfair. I have these flowers over here. I have a huge advantage, is what I'm trying to say, when it comes to this parameter. Something from my mask. I could put little flowers on it. So many options. Put some flowers around it. Some of these are in better condition than others. Some of them are folded up. Because it is Floral Shop, right? Was the color parameter. I am definitely one of those people who end up mixing the colors with the elements sometimes. All right, guys. These are the something from my mask. And the other thing that's right here are my pearls. So you know we got to put some pearls in the center of these flowers if we add these flowers on. I had plenty to choose from. I went with a paper pad and other things that were under and around your desk. Yeah, I got plenty to choose from. I really don't want to be a messy person or crafter, but sometimes the chaos just chooses us. We don't choose it. I just need more time to rein it in. also needed to have, like, I was thinking of having a crafty yard sale. We we have a crafty like Facebook group for our community for like our city and the surrounding areas. I was thinking about just doing a crafty yard sale, a junk journaling, card making yard sale. Because there's that much. Okay. Well, that was pretty easy. Oh, we lost somebody. We lost one. I didn't glue it down. It was camouflaged in. We'll find a place for it. Put my nice wide border on there. Then we're going to put some pearls in there. I don't know where this one was. It's just doubled up. Let's put 2 right there. All right, let's put some pearls. Also from my mask in the center of these flowers. And we'll call it a day, you guys. A little dab of glue everywhere. All right. Oh, thanks. Thanks, W. Heidi. I have been subbing and coloring florals on my lunch hour. Oh, nice. I have a nice stack of colored images. I could make 20 cards. Oh, that is awesome. Sharon, I love that. I bet that's such like a calming and like therapeutic thing to do in the middle of your school day. It's just like color. Angie, is your card ready? You have your picture taken? You'll have to tell Jason we made a card after all. All right. And I'm going to look for the mariachi set for my nephew. I mean, it's not like he's into mariachis, but he and this friend that I'm making this for are both have birthdays on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. So I just think it would be fun and funny to make him a mariachi birthday card. Okay. We should put happy birthday on the inside. Certainly have plenty of leftover paper. And this is a thinner cardstock, what I made my card base out of. So it'll be good to thicken it up. You had the front done last night. You're ahead of the game. All right, let's put this in there. Cut this to 5 inches as well. Oh, I need to trim a little off the top here. All right. I think I'll turn this into a pocket. So I'm going to trim this down a little less than 5.5. I'm going to make it just a little less, not too much less. And this will be a pocket, and I can put a message in there for her. I did say we'd make this junk journaling, right? So this is going to go in here. This is going to go down here. And then I think I'm done with this. I definitely want to finish this card because I may need this today. It's so cute that some card makers are working in advance. I am usually like, oh, I need a birthday card for so-and-so today. Bye, Bethany, girlfriend. I will be keeping you in my thoughts and my prayers, you and your whole family. I just hope something really beautiful comes your way. Something surprisingly wonderful. Okay. So now I have a pocket. I could slip in a birthday note if I want to. And this will thicken up this thin paper now. It's not so thin anymore. All right, let's also add a happy birthday in here. Put that right there. Just grabbing scraps. I know I have some more. That's nice. And this is nice because it matches the front. Okay, and then I have a happy birthday stick. I need to get more like happy birthday wooden stamps that sit on my desk. Because I do really like just being able to pull out a birthday stamp real quick. It is nice. I was looking to see if I had any others. No, that's the only one I have right now. It's a little small. Being an adult is the dumbest thing I've ever done. Oh my gosh, I think I need to um, put that on a tag inside the pocket. It could be like a bookmark. Just looking real quick. Um, Here's some different birthdays. I'm ready. I need to submit my contribution. Get your card made, woman. Let's celebrate birthday wishes. Okay, now I have to find one of these that fits. Dang, that one's just a little big. What's this one say? Oh, happy day. I think that's kind of a funny. I I think this "Oh Happy Day" is kind of funny because the front is so snarky. And then, yeah, I think this will work. All right. This is a really old My Favorite Things stamp set. It's been loved and used. Whoops. Okay. Oh, happy day. Then let's trim this one down a little bit. I kind of like it crooked like that, and then we could add this one and put the happy birthday on there. And we can trim it up even a little bit more. Make it even a little more crooked. Like that. I like it. Let's do it. I'm getting closer, Angie. Get your trigger finger ready. Okay. So let's do the whole thing. Kind of cattywampus. And then let's trim this even a little bit more. Trying to decide which part I want crooked. Don't mind me. Okay, this is straight. Okay, that's fine. And then just real quick, like, let's make a cute little tag to go inside. Maybe a different color. I've got lots of this paper, so let's use some of this. I'm just going to trim this down. Okay, and then I'm going to bring out my tag. I thank all of you for your service with the youth of today. Yes. Ditto. I'd like to second that. I'm going to bring out my handy dandy little gift card tag maker tool and make myself a tag to go in here. That's kind of, it's fine. I don't love the way that's lining up though. Let's try this. A little shorter. There we go. That's better. Okay, this is just an old gift card that I've cut 4 different sizes. And now on this one, I got smart and see that acrylic marker right there? 1, 2, 3, 4. That way, when you turn it over, you can see the 1, the 2, and the 3, and the 4. That's like the Cliff Notes version of that tool. So you don't get confused when you turn it over. All right, here we go. All right, so back to the stamp set that says, being an adult is the dumbest thing I've ever done. We're going to use it. And we're just going to do this nope face. And she's like, nope. Wasn't that dandy? Yeah, Panda. I thought so too. That's the first time I ever added the numbers. And that wasn't with anything fancy. That was with the Dollar Tree acrylic ink, or I don't know if they're ink or paint pens, the metallic ones. I can tell I did not get enough ink on her eyeballs. Yeah, let's try that again. It's not a big deal because I could always use my Micron pen and fill in, but we can also just stamp it again. Make sure I really get her eyeballs this time. Okay. I may have pressed too hard. She'll be fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, I have a question for you guys. Have y'all noticed on YouTube, like this whole lighting situation that's going on YouTube videos where people's hair looks like really silvery and like almost like they're electrified in some way? I've been seeing that just in some videos, like in shorts and stuff lately. And it's not one content creator. It seems to be multiple. So I feel like it's a YouTube thing and not like a personal like channel thing. I don't know. It's just weird. Like their hair looks silver and like electric. I don't know. It's really wild. I just noticed it this week. Okay, this is going to be a fun little tag to go in there. A little more humor, more giggles. Geez, I think I might have to give her a giggle book for her birthday. Like, this is the perfect card to go with the giggle book. If I wanted it straight, I'd use a paper trimmer. I guess I don't want it straight. It'll be fine. Okay. The reason that came up about people's hair and looking electric and them just, is I thought I saw it in my own video when I looked up on the screen a couple of minutes ago. Okay. Being an adult is the dumbest thing I've ever done. I think it's pretty fun. Now, I used that lady because she came with a stamp set, but Sharon, the other day was talking about how you were saying, God, it's been a couple of years ago now, that like watching my channel would be a good drinking game for college students of when everyone thinks that I'm done, but I just keep going. I'll be like, okay, I'm just gonna do this, and then I'm gonna let you guys go, and then I just keep going. This card is a great example of that, isn't it? I think this lady is even better. One, because she matches the same illustration style as the ladies on the front. And two, she's got these glasses. She's like tipping her glasses. I think this is the right choice. Yeah, that's the right choice. This other lady's fabulous, but she doesn't match the same illustration style. And man, I'm kind of liking when everything goes a little crooked. I'm not mad at it. All right. Here's the thing. Does she need to be a Polaroid too? I don't think so. Not really. I was just thinking. Yeah. Yeah, today would definitely work in that scenario, Sharon. 100%. Okay. I kind of like just everything topsy-turvy. Before I glue this down, hold on. No, I probably shouldn't use that. Okay. All right, I'll just get to gluing. How about that? This is just a fun little thing to throw in the pocket of the card. And I can write on the back of it. I can write my message on the back. How's that for a birthday card? And she'll just go right in there. All right, you guys. Now, but for real, I do think we're done here. Okay. I need to drink more water. I brought in my water today, but I haven't even had any. Oh boy, Galinda. I really was going to be off here 40 minutes ago. And then I made a card. But hey, it was people's choice. All right. There we go. Get all the debris off. I think this is a card that might need 2 photos. I don't often always do that. But this feels like a 2-photo card for my submission. I have to find my phone. There it is. It's just under some stamps. Okay, let's get it submitted. Angie, is your trigger finger ready to submit your card? All right, so that. And then how about just do like a photo like that for the inside? everybody get to submit more than one card, or is that just a member thing? I don't know. That's actually something I don't know. I'm not leaving until you submit your card. That's smart. That's very wise. All right, just go to Craft Roulette Live and you can go to submit. And then you have, if you're not a member of Craft Roulette, you have until Sunday night to get your card submitted. I'd like it if my internet would work, please. Let's try this again. Okay, here we go. Submit as a member. That's what I'm doing. You don't have to. You can submit as a guest. Then once you get past that page, it's going to show you the episode 317. A9 project, florist shop colors, birthday or birthdays, and something from your mess. I hit all of those parameters. All right. Continue. And there's a lot of information. All right, so we're going to upload from my photo gallery. We're going to upload the front of the card first. Sorting sequence. Measuring and cutting data. Mr. Producer is so clever. Extract color palette. Create a 5-color palette from your image to share with the community. What? Wow, that's really cool. As a member, you have the option, it says it right there, to submit extra photos. You can edit your photo in here as well. Like I noticed my ink pad is kind of showing at the top of this, so maybe I don't want that, and I can kind of just edit that way now. I just have to figure out save edit. Really simple stuff, but there, I just edited out where my VersaFine paper pad was showing. Okay, so there's my 2 photos. All right, and then you're going to hit this parameter where I did an A9 card with a pocket. Yeah. What else do I say? Flowers. I don't know what else to say there. Element, birthdays, friend's birthday. I don't always know. I'll put friends snarky. You're just supposed to write like how you can justify each parameter. Snarky birthday. All right. Something from your mask. Flower embellishment and sequins. I'll just put embellishments. That'll be even easier. Okay. I'm at 90, it looks like. 90. If you have any problems with the accounting, take it up with Sharon and Angie. They are my accountants. My craft roulette submission accountants. Warning, your name will not be in the giveaway. I opt out of the giveaway, but you don't need to. You can stay in that giveaway and win some prizes if you get your card submitted. It's like the lottery. You can't win if you don't play. You can't win prizes on Craft Roulette if you don't play and submit a card. So get your card submitted because, man, those prizes are sweet. So many generous um, companies. Like I know Pear Blossom Press is giving away this month. Um, it's just awesome. So that's it, you guys. Wow, what a live. I was not planning on being here this long today. Forgive me if you must. Yes, Vicky. Yes, if you're a member, forgot that part. 90. Well jobbed. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We started the junk journal page. I did a whole lot of talking in the beginning and sharing of all my different art journals. We did an art journal. We recorded an art journal memory um, in my art journal. And then we started for the junk journal. And I kind of just didn't have all the stuff I needed for that. There's really nothing to show you in here, and then we made our craft roulette card, which is so great because now I'll have this for my friend today, which is wonderful. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Happy National Scrapbooking Day, although I want to say it's international because everybody's invited. uh, but you know what I mean. Y'all know. Y'all already know everyone's invited here. Thank you, thank you. I know, what a morning. Boy, I'm worn out. Well, I hope you guys found some inspiration with me today. You guys always inspire me. I was going to put this card off. I'm glad we didn't. I'm glad we got it done. I hope you guys have a really beautiful weekend, that you make memories, that you record memories, that you just have a whole lot of fun. I love you guys to pieces. Just a whole lot. And I will see you back here on Monday. And we will be probably working on that Kendra's card challenge. I'm just going to say it. Bye, everyone. Much love. So many hugs, prayers all around. Bye, everyone.